foundation of integrity. You know, when I drop my daughter off every day, I drill her. Every day at school, when I take her to school, you know, we have a little convo we had before she got the car, and she gets sick of running the script to me, but I pound it in her head. Like, you know, what is integrity? You know, integrity doing the right thing when nobody's looking, all right? You know, are you a leader or a follower? I'm a leader. What's the difference? Think for myself, all right? Do you have confidence? Yes. What's confidence? Believe in myself. That's our script every morning. And it seemed basic, but I want her to get older and look back on the things that I thought was important. You know what I mean? Like my dad always put into me integrity, confidence, and being a leader.
So he's 18 months, so, you know, when I talk, I'm sure he hears me, but he don't always respond. You know, I told him I loved him.
Okay.
You know, told him we do push-ups. That's one thing he responds to. So we do our little push-ups every morning. You know what I mean? So that's probably the last instruction I gave him, to give me some push-ups. And he just do this. He get on this phone. He think that's a push-up. You know, he got this part down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but he's almost there.
The kids is hard to explain to, but you know, I used to keep my daughter away from the studio because there was a lot of men in the studio.
Right.
And it just was a certain energy. I ain't wanted to necessarily overexpose my daughter.
Right.
But I realized the time that I'm being away, she coming with me. And I'm just going to situate this room to where everybody know my daughter in here. So it's going to be certain ways we talking. We ain't talking like that.
I think the definition of fatherhood is the consistency of being a father figure in your child's life. And I think the definition of being a man, that's a long one, but I think what it boiled down to is just being thorough. And, you know, I read in the Bible that women and children can be careless, you know what I mean? Men can't be careless. So I think being thorough and whatever the opposite of carelessness is, define what being a man is at the core.
How does it feel to be famous?
Get some money, man. Don't worry about no fame. That's my true answer. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I was always a hustler. So when I talk to a young dude, I'm like, bro, my advice to you is going to be money advice. Bro, get you some money, you're going to feel different. All that other advice I could have gave you, this is the short version. You know, get you a couple dollars, man. You're going to feel different.
Nothing beat hard work. Nothing beat, like, willpower. You determined when you got your mind on something and you serious about it and you working toward it. So that would be my only advice to anybody. Just, you know, raise your level with it. Take it to that level.
If I don't live by my rules, I know why I failed or why I didn't work. If I live by the rules, though, that I learned in the game that I got, that shit works. It's consistent. It's just about being disciplined and sticking to the script throughout the whole time. But the rules work. You know, you apply the rules, that shit work. My mentality when I do start to be like, damn, this is a lot, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, that's what it's supposed to feel like. If you are going toward what the vision look like, and that's like greatness. That's, you know, on multiple levels. The vision that I'm working toward. So I'm like, I just think about that. Like, this shit ain't supposed to feel comfortable. It's supposed to be uncomfortable. It's supposed to stretch you. It's supposed to be a burden to a degree.